31 VI.
It's 13 minutes past 8 o'clock. It is good to have your company. William Toretti in the chair with you through until 9 a.m. this morning. Let's turn our attention now to, of course, Bislama Language Week. Now, this week marks a historic first for New Zealand in the fact that it is the celebration of Bislama Language Week, honouring the national language of Vanuatu and the vibrant Ni-Vanuatu community here in New Zealand. It also comes as Vanuatu celebrates 45 years of independence. Chairperson of the Auckland Vanuatu Community Association, Lisa Mungatroyd, joins me now to discuss more. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, William and the team, for inviting us into your space this morning, and we're so delighted to be part of this radio show.
No, well, hello to you. Thank you very much for your time. Hey, look, I want to ask, what does this milestone mean now that there is this Bislama Language Week, and what does it mean for the younger generations as well?
Let's start it this way. Once again, thank you on behalf of Vanuatu Auckland community to your team and the PMN Tonga. We're so delighted. Even our young kids, they are the ones that drive these programs, and it seems like they're enjoying it so much that we actually, as parents, we thought, wow. We never thought that the young kids will enjoy the language more than we do. But it's just there's something in us that gives us just want to do more. But because of the number of resources that we have as we started off, I believe that in the future there will be more coming up.
Yeah, indeed. That's exciting stuff. All right. Well, can you tell us more perhaps about the activities and celebrations planned for Bislama Language Week?
Right. During the first day of the official opening was on Sunday. You guys might have heard that the Bay of Plenty have put on a big celebration. But in Auckland, we started off very small with a church service to kick off, and then a little bit of kai and some speeches from MPP and also from the Center for the Pacific Languages and also community leaders. And then carry on on Monday, we had another very interesting activities that's been taking place at Mangere and Aotearoa Library. That's most of our kids have been part of, doing their dancing and sand throwing, and lots of custom stories have been told. And I believe that there's more dancing that's performing through those the libraries. And on Monday evening, we had a massive one with the Auckland Museum, where we also been joined by our RSC workers here in Buntsball. So that's one of the biggest highlights for us, that we bring also the RSCs to join us. And yesterday we had our team for yesterday was about filming a short clip about climate change. So some of our families went around and took pictures and have little stories that attached to it. And so today will be our day that we will be with the Center for the Pacific Languages. So we'll be running some little programs there with them. And then tomorrow we'll have a day off, and then Saturday we'll be closing with a big feast in Ellerslie Memorial Hall. So that's the whole program for the whole week. And so joining by our independence celebration, which is coming up, which is already yesterday, but we'll be celebrating on Saturday, yes.
Yes. Look, I want to dig into perhaps the deeper side and the perhaps more serious side of the conversation. What are some of the challenges facing Bislama language preservation, say here in New Zealand?
I think some of the challenges is most of our families who reside here as Diaspora, they still probably don't know so much about what to do. And so they're trying to hold back. That's the challenges as a community going forward we're facing this year. But I believe that as we keep educating or running more awareness and community programs, that will help them understand the reason why we want this language to be spread around the community. It's not just for us, but also for the next generation who came after us, who were born and raised here in New Zealand. So that's the biggest challenge for us, especially in Aotearoa at the moment.
Is the New Zealand education system doing enough to support Pacific languages like Bislama? What more could be done?
Um, I think it's a very new sort of language. It's very new, and so I think it's going to take time. I believe it's going to take time, but it must come from us, the Ni-Vanuatu who lives here, and if we don't do our part, then the educational system probably won't be exciting about what we're trying to do. Because I'm a preschool teacher as well, and so I've seen it, and I thought, well, if I don't play my part as an educator for our community to encourage our young people, look, you need to come up, you need to stand out, you need to be proud of who you are and the language that you have. Because if we don't play our part, um, I don't think the education system will accept us just come in. That's just my personal view. I don't know what other people will say, but I think for us, because it's a very new language, and so we need to do a lot of awareness, yeah, and a lot of educational with our own children and young people.
Indeed. Okay.
Mm.
With that in mind, look, let's shift attention perhaps more broadly to, uh, you know, given it's 45 years since Vanuatu gained independence, what does this milestone mean to you in the community in Aotearoa?
It means a lot. It means a lot. Yes, there's lots of things to work on, but for us, I think, as we know that uh, we have our independence since 1980, and this has become like a little milestone for us that we're free. We're free from being governed by two the British and French. And even the development is very slow back home, but you feel like you have a freedom of doing what you think it's your right to say it and to do. And so it's a big milestone for us, especially in Auckland, and I think that also around the regions. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Okay. And look, I also want to talk about, what do you think have been some of the biggest achievements of Vanuatu since, say, 1980?
What are some of the biggest achievements? Because I actually lived overseas for a very long time, I think some of the big achievements that I've seen, it's one is seeing the heresies of being not too much back in the villages where I go to. I mean, everything is still the same. Some of them pretty much hasn't been developed as we expect the country to move forward. Um, but in terms of seeing how much our heresies have been involved in the development of our nation, of going back to the communities and build homes for their families and helping out in community projects, I think that's one of the biggest things I have seen so far. With the government projects, I can't elaborate on that because I'm not home and I haven't seen much of what's happening. But what I can see from where I come from, where I live, or what village I come from, I have seen a lot of improvement in my village. Things are not the same as I have left years ago. But as I go back, I've seen like people now live in a life where when cyclists, they don't run to hide in a permanent house or a concrete house. They they have their stable homes, or let's say they have a home that is secured and the kids are safe inside. And so that's one of the biggest thing I've seen with this program of RSCs. But with the development of the nation, I can't speak on that because, like I said, I'm not home to see what the development of our nation is. So I can only say as what I have seen when I visited my home village back in the islands. Yes.
Yeah, certainly. Look, and with that in mind, do you feel like Melanesian communities are underrepresented or overshadowed by the larger Polynesian presence in New Zealand?
Well, yes and no. Yes and no. That's a very good question. We also love to be part of the Polynesian community. Some of us are in the marriages, so we kind of moving back and forth. And don't get me wrong, we have a very good relationship with our Polynesian brothers and sisters here. And so we have a big support from them as well. And so that's one of the biggest plus for us. Even though we're small, our Polynesian brothers and sisters have acknowledged us and they brought us in. and they welcome us in. Even we started very small. They're very much full support of who we are and where we come from, and that's a very good thing in this area. I don't think we are really shadowed by them. Some people might be seeing it differently, but for me, as an Evan, I am pretty much, I've seen things in a different way because I've been so much involved in the Pacific Forum, and I have a very good relationship with all my brothers and sisters from Samoa, Tonga, and Cook Islands. And yeah, no, I don't think so. I don't think so. You guys have embraced us a lot, and so that's a very good thing. That's a very good thing.
Yeah, indeed, indeed. That's good to hear. And finally, is it, and you've already elaborated on it, but let's go there a bit further. Is it challenging for Melanesian communities to have their stories and cultures recognized alongside the more dominant Polynesian narratives?
Um, it is. It is in one way. It is in one way. But like I said, the Polynesian brothers and sisters have a very strong tie connected to New Zealand. And for us to come in, we're slowly building it up. And I think some of us are now like Fiji, they're all out there. Solomon and PNC are coming up quite a lot with their storytelling and their ways of doing things. And I think Vanuatu is following the same path. It will take some time, but we will be coming up somewhere along the line. So yes, it might be taking quite a while or being not seen as in the same path or sort of category as others. But like I said earlier, you guys have been having a very strong bond and tie with New Zealand for years and years. So we're slowly coming up, and hopefully one day we'll see us all on the same level or sort of same stage. Yeah.
Certainly, and that's a nice way to wrap things up. Hey, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciated it. And I hope you enjoy the rest of the celebrations this week too. That is Lisa Mungatroyd there. Really, really appreciate your insights and your knowledge. Of course, chairperson of the Auckland Vanuatu Community Association. You have a lovely rest of your day, eh?
Thank you so much, William. Thank you for your time with us. Thank you.
Thank you.